Hey yo, Farmer Dre back at it. We're standing out here in our young peach block this afternoon, and I'm gonna show you guys the 2 easy steps when pruning a young peach tree. I got my brother Isaac out here today, and I'm gonna have him hold the camera there. And the reason I'm making this video now is because I've seen a few YouTubers and a few different home gardeners post videos on pruning trees. And for us here on our farm, we don't start pruning our peaches till about 1st of February. And the reason being is that in Southwest Missouri, where we're at, we get, some colder nights between January and around February, and those cold nights could affect the buds on the peach trees. So these are 2-year-old peach trees, and you guys can see here, I'm 6'4", and they're doing very good. And some terminology before we get started here: whenever pruning a peach tree or any kind of tree in general, there's either a heading cut or a thinning cut. And a heading cut is pretty self-explanatory, and that is just chopping off the head of the branch, cutting off that apical meristem. And what that does, if you do a heading cut, then it allows these buds here to start growing their own branches. And then a thinning cut is whenever you're trying to thin something out of the tree without making a heading cut, and I'll explain that whenever we get started. So your main goal when pruning a young peach tree in general, there's 2 steps. First of all is forming the tree itself. So whenever forming a tree, you want to train it to the open center, the open vase. And if you're doing a little high density on peaches, it's a little different, but these are spaced 15 feet between each tree. So we want to train it to an open vase where the center of the tree is empty. And as you guys can see here in this tree, there's a few branches that we could take out, and I'm making a thinning cut right now. This branch is right in the dead center of the tree, so I'm going to go ahead and chop that off right here. There you go. So that is a thinning cut. I took the center of the tree out. As you guys can see here now, the center of the tree is empty. And now I'm gonna start doing some more thinning cuts on the bottom. Just gonna chop the bottoms of the tree there, because you want at least 24 to 36 inches of nothing on the bottom before your main scaffold here. So now as all of these are out of here, now it's time to do more thinning cuts. Whenever a tree is young, you don't want to do a lot of heading cuts, because you don't want a lot of branches inside the tree itself. So as I'm looking at now, I'm just gonna see which branches I want in the tree. So the main goal is to train the tree like I mentioned earlier, and everything that's grown inside the tree I'm gonna go ahead and take out. Like all these are grown inside the tree. Chop all of them out. And same thing over here, you don't want anything overlapping itself, just like that. And then anything that's too low to the ground, like this one right here, if it matures right there, it's too low to the ground, take some of those out. And this is pretty much it when pruning a young peach tree. Straight and simple, nothing to it. And if you guys didn't know, peaches produce its fruit on the 1st year wood. So all of this was grown this year, this past season, 2019. And if we really wanted, we could leave a few fruit on this wood, maybe 10 to 15 fruit per tree, but the trees are still young, and I do not want to stress the trees of producing a crop next spring. So we'll see how many flowers are per tree this next spring in 2020. But for now, this is all we're going to do, and you have up to 3 years to completely form the tree. So hopefully, if we have a good season next spring, we will see another 3 to 4 foot of growth on each tree, and next year they'll be nice, big size, fully grown. So it's just coming out here, training them right, opening that center of the tree, making sure the branches are going out, and that's it. So for another example here of the tree, look at this tree. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 main scaffolds, just one in the center here. We do not want that there. So you just get the hand pruners here, chop them off there, throw that out. Now come through and look at the bottom of the trees. You don't want any suckers on the bottom there. Right at the grafting and chop those out there, just like that. And just thin it out, some of the stuff that are going inside the tree and they're too low to the ground, just like that. And maybe some up here, and this one as well. It's grown inside the tree. We don't want that. We want that to grow straight out that way, straight out this way, straight out this way, straight out this way. And there you go. Pruning young peach trees are fast, simple, and easy. Our pruning methods might not be as sophisticated as other people, and if you guys are on YouTube and you guys see other people doing it, but we make a full-time living off the farm, so this is how we do it exactly. I know there's different ways to prune trees, especially on peaches, but you know, this is how we do it. It works for us, and we're continue doing what we've been doing. And I'm always up to learning more things, but on a young tree like this, you know, it's straight simple. Just train the tree, cut everything from the bottom, and just wait for it to grow. Alrighty, y'all, that's gonna be pretty much it for today. Just a fast, short, sweet and simple video on pruning young peach trees. And we're gonna have to come through, like I mentioned, in you know, later on in February and prune all these young trees. But I just want to show you guys because I had a few questions asked on peaches, and I'm gonna start making a video like this next week while I'm on break still. I'm gonna make a video on pruning young apple trees, and then we're gonna start pruning the older peach trees and the older apple trees. So you guys stay tuned for those. But this is gonna be pretty much it for today. If you guys haven't already, go ahead, hit that subscribe button. Go ahead, smash that like button. If you guys haven't already, don't forget to hit that notification bell because I'm coming to you guys 3 days a week, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. I want to say thanks for watching up to this point. You guys have a good day. We will see you next time.